I don't think that we are talking about this anime as much as we should. And that's because Mappa has produced and animated a lot bigger named anime out there. For example, I know that technically they were big before Mappa because of Wit Studios, but Vinland Saga and Attack on Titan are some series, and then Chainsaw Man and Jujutsu Kaisen, those are series that was animated by Mappa originally. And you hear so many people talking about those series, and Hell's Paradise has slipped under the radar. Season 1, it had 13 episodes, and season 2 has already been confirmed. Now, I have no clue when it'll drop. Probably 2024 though, because Attack on Titan will be finished, and Jujutsu Kaisen, it has been airing or will be airing in the summer and fall simcast. Out of the original Mappa anime, so Chainsaw Man, Jujutsu Kaisen, and Hell's Paradise is my second favorite behind Jujutsu Kaisen. And since it doesn't get talked about very much, I decided I'd want to talk about it. So if you guys enjoy regular anime content, make sure you guys like the video, subscribe to the channel, and hit the notification bell. I greatly appreciate it. With that away, my name is Potential Unleashed, and let's talk about season 1 of Hell's Paradise. Now, I do want to give a little bit of a disclaimer that I will obviously be spoiling stuff from season 1, everything that happened. I am not a manga reader, so this is only for season 1, and if you leave comments and stuff talking about it, please don't spoil anything for me in the comments below. The plot of the story is about a shinobi, and his name is Gabimaru the Hollow. He is known to be a ruthless killer. In the first episode, he was to be executed, and he willingly wanted that to happen. However, for some reason, he couldn't be executed. Whether they tried to behead him, whether they tried to pull his legs apart, whether they tried to burn him alive, put him in oil, all of that, he still could not die. Apparently, he was unconsciously resisting, and the question is why? When an Asaemon was trying to execute him, she revealed that the reason why he was resisting is because he wanted to go back to the wife that he loved. After finally coming to terms with it, he started fighting back, saying he didn't want to die, he wanted to go back to his wife, and that is when Sagiri offered him a potential pardon if he were to go to this island with a lot of monsters and get the elixir of life. Then he would be pardoned and able to go back to his wife. So that is how the story of Hell's Paradise started, with Sagiri and Gabimaru going to this island in search for the elixir of life. Getting the elixir and returning back alive for a shinobi and an Asaemon, you would think that's easy, but boy, is it easier said and done, because the elixir is more than you think. It's to make someone immortal. The island, it has a lot of monsters, a lot of enemies, and a lot of creatures. I'm not gonna lie to you guys, they remind me of a mixture between hollows, cursed spirits, and titans, specifically a mixture of curses and titans. I think Mappa did a phenomenal job with highlighting how disgusting and creepy it is, because each and every time they appear in an episode, I kind of freak out a little bit. Then on top of the monsters on the island, there are also other strong characters that want to be pardoned as well. They're all competing for the elixir, since only one person can be pardoned. Plus the Asaemon, they are there in order to watch over the criminals, just making sure that they don't do anything funny or try to get away, and if they do, then they'll be headed right on the spot. On top of everything that they're dealing with, the fact they have all these creatures and monsters running around with the different people going after it on the fight and a race towards the elixir of life, there are these immortal, I'm gonna say that in quotes, creatures. They are called the Tenza. Multiple characters have fought these individuals and have failed, where at the point we are towards the end of season 1, we understand how they work and how to defeat them, but that's something for future seasons. I mentioned that there were different characters trying to find the elixir. In episode 2, on the coast, they were fighting in order to see who would be the strongest and who would be the individuals to go after the elixir to get the pardon. There's a lot of anime out there that I've seen where there's a lot of characters that die at the beginning of the series and all throughout the series. Some examples include Attack on Titan and 86 that I could think of. That's why I try my best not to get attached to specific characters, and Hell's Paradise did it to me as well. And I'm not gonna lie, I was really mad because one of my favorite characters in Tenza, he was killed. Y'all don't understand. Typically, I don't fall for this stuff because of how I've been hurt in the past. I don't ever try to get attached to these characters, but I love Tenza, and I didn't see his death coming because they had already killed other people off, and the fact that he was talking to the prisoner and they were planning to get married, planning to escape, and just the fact, how he went out was beautifully done. I'm not gonna lie, so I'm pretty happy and satisfied with how he died, but at the same time, a character that I love is dead. Like Tenza, I think thinking about it, he probably was a top 3 character for me. Before I talk about Gabimaru specifically, since he is the main character, there are a few characters I want to mention just a little bit because, well, I won't ever talk about that in this video. There is Sagiri. She is the Simon that is assigned to Gabimaru. She's cool, especially in episodes 1 and 2. I really enjoyed her, and probably like 4 and on. Episode 3, she was a little bit following the rules, a little bit of a stick in the mud, which was kind of annoying. Yui, she is Gabimaru's wife. I love her. She's a sweetheart, very caring, very loving. Wish we got to see her more. We'll probably see her more in season 2 and on. Yuzuriha, she is very laid back, very funny, tries not to do more than she has to. There was a scene when she tried to seduce Gabimaru, and then he was like, I'm not falling for it, pin her to the ground. But then she hit him with a reverse, and I was like, oh shoot, she really has some skill. Shion, he is the blindest Simon. I believe that he was Tenza's master. Pretty cold. He probably has the best swordsmanship out of everyone that I've seen so far. There are other characters as well, but those are just the ones that I like the most. Gabimaru the Hollow. He's probably my favorite shinobi in all of anime. I apologize to any character in Naruto. I just like Gabimaru so freaking much. His story about how he's supposed to be a man that is hollow and yet he's so compassionate. Granted, it's because of his wife's influence, but still. He doesn't ever want to kill unless he truly has to. There are so many scenes where he's trying his best not to kill anybody or do other ways that doesn't involve killing, but when people push him to the limit or push him to do something that he has to do, he's like, all right, just like he flips the switch. He's like, hey, all right, I guess I'm gonna have to kill you. And I mentioned his compassion. I want to highlight that. We saw it with his wife in Yui. We saw it when he couldn't kill Sagiri, and also with Mei. There are probably other times, but those are just the ones that stood out to me. I love that when push comes to shove, though, he can bury his emotions to get things done because he truly wants to get back to his wife. In terms of animation, Mappa typically animates stuff really well. And I don't think that Hell's Paradise was animated badly, specifically in episode 1. Towards the end, there was the scene of Gabimaru when he finally showed off his ninjutsu and then he was standing on top of the bodies. I thought that was well done, and the same thing the next episode, they really highlighted that well. But there are also times when I thought the animation wasn't, I don't want to say bad, but it wasn't as good as Mappa has done in the past. I think there was a time when Gabimaru was going against the Tenza, and like I said, the choreography, the fight, and animation, it was fine. But in terms of Mappa standards, I feel like it was a little bit low. But at the same time, there was other times where they've done that as well, where different moments were good, some moments were just all right. But if you were to look at it, I feel like Mappa's worst is another company's or studio's their best. So I'd say the animation overall, they did a decent job. This anime, it has non-stop action. I believe every episode, or at least almost every episode, had a fight or some action scene in it, which was pretty cool. And apparently, I looked it up, the manga has around 120 something chapters and it's completed. I don't know exactly what chapter the anime left off on, but I will say I do think that they're moving a little bit quickly. The power system they have is Tao. A lot of characters I feel like are unlocking it really quickly. I mean, I understand Shion because he's blind, and then Yuzuriha and Gabimaru because of the intense training that they did in order to become shinobi, but other characters, they're learning it really quickly. We've already gone against the Tenza. We've already defeated one. We're learning more about Tao, and I understand that after we defeat them, since there technically isn't no elixir of life, that we're going to have to fight other people who they're sending on the island, and also that we're going to have to find a way to get off the island safety as well. But they might not be moving too fast. I don't know, that's pretty much nitpicking, but I just feel like that they are. Granted, like I said, I haven't read the manga, so I don't know exactly how many chapters we have left to animate. The intro work, that is gas. It's really catchy. After I hear it, I feel like I could lift a boulder, fight a tiger, hit a new PR. It is a really freaking good intro. I am very happy that Hell's Paradise is getting a season 2. Typically for me, when it comes to anime and manga, I typically watch the anime first, and then when I get caught up, if I like it so much, I end up switching to the manga. I don't know if I'm at the point with Hell's Paradise just yet. I'm gonna have to wait probably a month or two to see if I'm truly missing it, and then I'll probably switch to the manga. I think it's a really freaking good series. It was my favorite of the spring simcast. But let me know how you guys feel about Hell's Paradise Season 1 in the comment section below. And if you guys are a manga reader, let me know how you guys feel about the rest of the manga. But thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like, comment, and subscribe. Hit the notification bell. I greatly appreciate it. Follow me on Instagram, Twitter, Snapchat, and TikTok is on the screen in the description below. And don't forget to unleash your potential.